Coming up, we give you the scoop on how to win free prom tickets, a preview of some of the best performers from tonight's talent show, and in honor of Women's History Month, a look at the female authors in our literary canon and why we need more of them. But first, it's March 18th, and you're watching Mornings. Welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Andrew Makita.
And I'm Julie Wirt. Today is March 18th, 2016, and an E-Day here at North Penn High School. Mr. Brumball is back to test your knowledge of mythical creatures in this week's Brumball Challenge. Remember to email your answers to nptv@npenn.org. Here's your question.
Hey, welcome to this week's Brumball Challenge. Today's question involves mythical creatures. What two countries have mythical creatures as their national symbols, and what are they? The answer when we get back.
We are the champions again. The maidens swimming and diving team lapped the field at Bucknell University to win their third state title by a landslide. Senior Marie Jacopino won gold and diving and set a state record in the process, while freshman Paige Burrow placed second. The 200 melody relay raced to victory as well. Overall, the maidens captured 17 medals at the state meet. The Knights swimmers finished 12th at their state meet. Congratulations to all of the Knights and maidens.
WCVB meteorologist Danielle Volmar visited North Penn with a motivational message for students. North Penn News reporter Quadri Fletcher has the story.
The forecast called for inspiration as meteorologist and North Penn High School graduate Danielle Volmar returned to speak to broadcasting and journalism students about the trajectory of her career.
It was not a pretty picture, but it helped me. And all of that helped me to grow and get to where I was. You know, you're going to have to make mistakes in order to become who you are.
Volmar's interest in weather began as a child during the Atlantic hurricane season of 1985. She graduated from North Penn in 2002 and attended Cornell University, earning her degree in atmospheric science and communications. After college, she began taking positions at several small market television stations around the country before landing her current position as Emmy-nominated meteorologist for Boston's ABC affiliate.
It's really neat to see it come full circle and to be able to come back to my hometown. It's such a special weekend anyway, and just to see everyone. And I'm hoping that somebody in this room catches that bug or catches that idea, like math and science is cool. And, you know, I just wanted everyone to see, just reach for your dreams because they really can happen.
Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Quadri Fletcher.
The girls' basketball team's exciting season came to a close Tuesday night in the state semifinal matchup. The maidens took on Cardinal O'Hara in what turned out to be a very close matchup. North Penn led for most of the first and second halves, but unfortunately fell after a big comeback by the Lions. The season was marked by great accomplishments by North Penn, including Michaela Giuliani's 1,000th point and Coach DeMartellier's 500th win. This is also the first time the girls' basketball team has ever made it to the state semifinals. Congratulations to the maidens on an outstanding season.
Steph Crane is here with a look at the Night Crier's promposal contest.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Night Crier Update. This week, submissions are now open for the Night Crier's promposal contest, where the winner will receive 2 free tickets to senior prom. To enter, you must submit at least 1 picture along with a short description of your promposal to nightcrier@npenn.org before April 5th. Beginning April 6th until April 10th, all submissions will be posted on nightcrier.org and will be open for voting. The entry with the most votes will be announced on April 11th, the first day senior prom tickets are on sale. So get your flowers, food, and flash mobs ready because your attempts to score a date might just get you into prom for free. For the Night Crier Update, I'm Steph Crane. See you next time, North Penn.
Mr. Monero is here with members of the Frisbee Club. Mr. Monero?
I'm not here with just any members of the Frisbee Club, team. What do we call you? Team. Okay, this is Kevin Smith over here. Kevin Smith has official Ultimate shorts on. They're ultimately Ultimate. And this is Josiah Zuloff, who, by the way, has a special announcement at the end of this interview, so don't go away. All right, Josiah, Kev, tell us first, what is Ultimate Frisbee? Because I don't know, like, some people think it's when you throw the Frisbee into the basket, but that's not. That's disc golf, right? So tell me more about it.
All right, so Ultimate Frisbee, first off, it's just a really fun game. It's a really fun sport. It's kind of like football, except without the tackling, and you do score by catching the Frisbee in the end zone. And it's again, really fun sport. We actually are going through, we're actually like, you can come out to the team now. Like,
Okay.
So we're still open for people who
When
want
did
to
you guys
come.
actually start up for 2016?
About a few days ago or last week, we had a handful of practices, and we're still starting up. So even if you seem interested or just want to try it out, then come on down and play with us.
All right, so if you got a little spring fever, you like the warm weather we had last couple weeks, you want to get out, you want to do something, Ultimate Frisbee is where it's at, right? You guys had a great year last year, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so every year we are a really high caliber team in the state, so we do go to the state championships. And previous years we've gotten 12th, but last year recently we just got 5th in the state, which is really exciting. And we're got a really good returning team. We're trying to steamroll into even maybe winning states this year. So
okay,
yeah.
So if you're interested, you can still join. You can be part of that. And actually, Josiah this morning told me he has a major announcement if the Ultimate Frisbee team wins states. You want to tell us about it?
Sure. So if Ultimate Frisbee, if we win states, I will go bald.
Do you want to take your hair down so we can see how much hair you really have? Because that's like a big deal, okay? Josiah was one of my public speaking stars last year.
I will shave it all off.
Yep. And he even said he will wax it, too.
Yeah.
So, like, that would be great. So maybe you think you're a pretty good Frisbee player, you can join the team and help that happen. All right? Anything else, guys, about Ultimate you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, Ultimate Frisbee is a growing sport, and it would be awesome to get started as it's growing now. We actually have 2 major leagues, and North Penn alumni Dave Bear, who's also our coach, is playing on it. And also, we've practiced today after school 3 to 5 on the soccer fields, and Saturday from 10 to 1. And also Monday, we've practiced 7 to 9 on the turf field.
All right, you guys are all set. Good luck this year, and hopefully we can take the razor to the old Headarooski. All right? Back to the desk.
In honor of Women's History Month, a special breakout test was done to see how many of our books in our curriculum were written by women.
March is Women's History Month, a month dedicated to celebrating and honoring women throughout history and in modern society. Every year, the President makes a proclamation to set a goal for Women's History Month. This year's goal was to honor women in public service and government. As public servants include teachers, administrators, and other employees of public school districts across the country, we decided to examine North Penn's literature curriculum to see the number of books written by women. We discovered that from 57 books in the curriculum from 7th to 12th grade, 45 were written by men, while only 11 were written by women. Of these 11 novels, 4 were included only in the Women's Voices curriculum. So, without women's voices factored into the equation, 12% of the books that we read at North Penn High School were written by women, despite the fact that, 50% of the earth is dominated by women. So what can we do to work towards more equal representation in literature? First, you can always be aware of how female characters are treated in the books you're reading. Do they exist beyond any stereotypes that they embody? Do they have their own character development arc that exists outside of male characters and that turns them into stronger individuals? Answer those questions with a critical eye and you'll be on your way. Secondly, and most importantly, you can just read more books written by women. It's an easy and satisfying way to support equality. Here's 12th grade AP English teacher Mr. Gillespie to recommend some of his favorites.
Hi everybody. So if you're now interested in reading some more female authors, I've got a couple suggestions for you. I'm going to assume you already know the English canon, Jane Austen and the Bronte sisters and Virginia Woolf and George Eliot. That's right, George Eliot's a woman. I've got a couple more modern selections. I try to get something with a little variety. First up is a novel called The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. Next is a graphic novel, Persepolis, which tells sort of the story of coming of age in modern-day Iran. Next up is a collection of short stories. These are a little experimental and a little weird and a little funky, but it's The Girl in the Flammable Skirt by Amy Bender. A couple other great writers I don't need to mention, things like Agatha Christie, probably the most popular author the world has ever known. Lots of great crime stories and thrillers. But I'm going to end with one last one, and this is Beloved by Toni Morrison. English people probably know her already. She may be America's great novelist, and the New York Times said that this is the best American novel of the last 25 years. It is a ghost story, a horror story, a parental story, a story about race and history, slavery, guilt, and a mother's love. All right, lots of great books. Head to your local bookstore, the IMC, ask a librarian, ask a friend, make some recommendations. Happy reading.
Eric Bideman is here on the lowdown on everything you need to know about North Penn. Eric?
Thanks, Andrew. If you would like to assist with the class of 2019's visit to North Penn on Friday, April 8th, please sign up in the K-Pod reception office today. Help make a great first impression on our next class of knights and maidens. You'll be responsible for taking your group of students on a tour and telling them all about the great classes and activities North Penn has to offer. See Mr. Berger in the Student Activities office with any questions. Show your support for people with Down syndrome by donning your best pair of socks on Monday, March 21st. That marks the Rock Your Socks Spirit Day. Students and faculty are encouraged to wear their most colorful, spunky socks in celebration of people with Down syndrome, and there are unique differences that make our world brighter. As always, I'm Eric Bideman, and you've been Lowdown. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Eric. Congratulations are in order for 14 North Penn art students. Our students have been selected as awarded recipients in the 38th Annual Montgomery County High School Art Exhibition and Competition. The students' art pieces are on display at Montgomery County Community College through March 25th.
Let's check in with Mr. Brumball to find out this answer to this week's Brumball Challenge.
Hey, welcome back. The answer you've all been waiting for. The two countries that have mythical creatures for their national symbols are North Korea and Scotland. North Korea's symbol is a cholima, which is a winged horse, and Scotland's is a unicorn. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumball Challenge.
The winner of this week's Brumball Challenge is Mr. Swindells in room A11. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Mornings. I'm Andrew Makita.
And I'm Julie Wirt. We will leave you with a preview performance for tonight's talent show. Tickets for the show are just $5, and there are a ton of door prizes, including a pair of tickets to the senior prom. Come out and show your support for one of the year's most exciting events, one of the many reasons we love North Penn. Here are Mikey Oscar and Stephen Shank.
Tried to call your home phone, but it left me all alone. I hate this act of violence, it caused me to be the one. I'm standing behind my window with my hands over my head. I hate this sound of silence, it sides with my ghost instead. Don't let my ship fall into the sea. You let this space grow in between. But it's our fault that we let all our colors drip away. You were the anchor that made me stay. Forced me up against this wall 100,000 times. I know I couldn't give much, but I gave you all of mine. This road that leads to my heart wasn't enough to satisfy. Don't act as you were happy, you never picked up to say goodbye.